ask you a couple questions, all right?
Okay.
I got 5 questions, and I got a YouTube video I want to show you.
Okay.
Just gonna, you feel me? You're just gonna give me your input about it's like something that's going on right now.
Okay.
Like, okay?
Okay.
So, one of the 5 questions I wanted to ask you was generational curses. What does generational curses mean to you? Like, what does that mean to you in general?
Generational curses to me, and what does it mean?
Right.
It means that things that happen to you, your mom, your sisters, their sisters, their cousins, just making sure it doesn't happen to your children, even if it happened to you. Kind of like with my childhood trauma from my uncle. When I was little, from 5 to 11, that made me want to make sure I didn't let you spend a night at people's houses, even watching out for family. Not that I had to, but still watching out for family to make sure you aren't molested, or if there's making sure you don't get that happen, or knowing that that's okay. Or even if, say for instance, your parent was a hustler and always went to jail, and they never had no real 9 to 5, or they never just showed you nothing, you would do the same shit. But then it would be up to you to break that, or up to me to break it, so you wouldn't be doing the same thing or thinking it's okay. Stuff like that. Just to quickly sum it up.
Right, like, well, I think about kind of like the same way too. For example, like generational curses could be also, they're bit almost like people may be in like the hood or something like that. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Because they feel like, because I'm in a bad environment, and you know what I'm saying, who you look up to know from your right or wrong is people that's older than you. Yeah. Regardless, no matter how old you is, no matter, I don't listen to no adults. I don't listen to regardless, when you was a youngster, you was a young little kid, the older people told you what to do. So if a grown-ass man told me something, I can rob people, I kill people, I did that, that shit cool, I'm a gangster, I'm a thug, you gonna start to think that shit cool as hell. Because you look up to him. You naturally look up to people.
And you know what, Justice, not to cut you off, but that's another reason why people want to monitor music, or they want to monitor the movies that their kids watch, to make sure they have the positive influences on them. Kind of like when you were little, you wanted to watch Family Guy and American Dad and them. I let you because I was there to actually explain to you the LGBTQ plus community, and what they meant by that. Oh, baby, that means they're same gender lovers, or, well, this is who Jesus is, and this is what it means. This is how they're making fun of him. I don't like that. Or, you should allow people to be who they want to be and love who they want to love. We can be Christians, but that don't mean, that means that we're Christ followers, and we follow the teaching of what God did, what Christ did, right? But stuff like that, yeah.
But also, too, I mean, a lot of people tend to use those outlets just to, in the form of not really watching their kids. Yeah. They're going to blame their bad parenting on the fact that, it was YouTube, it was rap videos. Yeah. Like, I seen that shit before, and I was like, I don't really understand
but
that.
You make those your kids' babysitters.
Right, or something, and that don't make sense. Just because, like, I ain't gonna lie, YouTube videos of, Peter doing something real stupid in school or something, like something real retarded.
Oh, when he died, everybody fall like this?
Yeah. You feel me though? The little YouTube videos, that stuff, it did kind of, in a sense, just a little bit influence you a little bit to you would want to go do that, but common sense that you shouldn't do this. And because I was raised, I know I shouldn't go off and try to go do them weird ass shit that nigga did, because my mama taught me from right or wrong. You feel what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. And you know what else too? And I thank you for that. You have to be for real and pour into your kids, because also that heals your trauma too. I grew up with you. I'm not 19 like you, but I'm at least 21. No, but it's like I watch motivational stuff to help me in a positive way. I don't watch stuff that'll make me want to bash men or make me want to have an excuse to be a butthole or whatever. I watch, Pastor Steve Furtick, I watch him, or I watch people who are not bashing men, but who are motivating themselves to, it's okay to be single. It's okay to have the hermit mode, and I watch love stories because I believe in love. I don't want to watch, men are crap because my marriage didn't work and I'm 46. And no, man. And when I'm so happy to be a mama, when you wake up, what do I say to you every morning?
Say good morning.
But how do I say it?
You say it like, good morning, son, sweet son, all that.
Yes. And when you come home from work, what do I say every day?
Welcome home.
Hey, welcome home. Because my blessing woke up. And when you come home, praise you, God. I say amen. Amen hit different when amen means so it is written. When you amen over your food, God, you gave me this food. Oh, I thank you. Amen. You know.
Yeah. But back to the original topic.
You know, I get off on my
generational curses.
He's a Leo and I'm a Gemini, y'all. Get me together, son.
Yeah. But back to the original topic of just generational curses. That it really just depends on the person. You get what I'm trying to say? Of how they look at it. But,
and how they heal, if they choose
exactly.
to heal.
Right, exactly. Really, in general, it just means that from your past parents' mistakes can also lead down to yours. For example, your parent, because you don't drive on the highway, if I don't drive, if that makes me not drive on the highway, that could almost develop a generational curse. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because I don't do that, then I'm going to put that pressure down to my kid and then down to that kid.
Like with me,
Right, exactly. That's why I'm like, to end generational curses, you have to first identify them and realize that you passing it down to your kid.
Hello.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Speak that.
It's like that's how they mainly start, and that's how they mainly become generational curses, because you don't start to notice your bad habits and your kid starting to do it. If mama kind of be snappy towards like people at drive-thrus, I'm gonna see that shit. So when I get in a drive-thru, I'm thinking, why he not ordering my orders? Let me start acting like my mama. Damn, you ain't gonna get my food. Where my food at? You see what I'm saying?
Instead of knowing
everybody
that
else is sitting there
I'm
like,
impatient or I'm just so hungry,
right.
I'm hangry.
You don't know the reasons behind you doing that. I'm just imitating your behavior.
Dang, come on. So
as
there's
a kid.
learned behaviors,
And then there's
inherited traits.
Exactly, that develop to them generational.
Exactly,
you get what I'm
dang.
saying? So they could be passed down from your mama, your dad, or whoever.
Yeah,
it just depends on.
You can learn to be an asshole because the neighbor, your best friend, or your mama, boyfriend, man, or your daddy, or you think something is cool. So
a lot of people can be impressionable.
Yes, that's what it's called, learned behavior. So I guess actually, this one question is a lot.
Right, it's a.
We're gonna do 5. We'll do more later, but
I just got one more.
Go. I love it. Just our introduction. So we'll make it 2 questions. So this is our introduction to what is this channel called, son?
Hey, Mom.
There you go. So we're going to be cooking. We're going to be talking because son wants to learn how to cook. We're going to be talking about everything. And we're going to have a setting such as. So this is what we're trying to do. So this is our first video of our Hey Mama, channel. But my son, y'all, my son. But go ahead. Not to cut you off, but to go ahead.
So the second question goes into like dating and relationships.
Okay.
So at my age, when it comes to first we like to say like locking in, you know what I'm saying? That's like committing to people, being like, oh, you mine and I'm yours. And I can say like, I don't really know how to word this question, but it's just like, through your dating experience, what are some things that like you learn that like things you need to look out for when you're looking for a partner? Because at my age, it's kind of different, but in a sense, it's kind of the same. For example, my age be like, the biggest question is how many bodies you got. Right. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And at first, I thought like that was so important because it just really means like, oh, is you a hoe? How many people you having sex with? You get what I'm trying to say? But I started to get older, and honestly, it's like when you hit at a certain age, I started to realize it really doesn't start to really matter how many people you may have done something with. Because eventually, them numbers gonna start to add up.
And later on, it becomes a thing of insecurity. If she has a lot of bodies, that means that my sex game may be whack, and she'll know.
Exactly. Like,
because you could have had protected sex with 100 men, and you could have had 100 relationships real quick. You could be a lover, and free spirit don't mean free with your organs. It just means that you're free to love to whom you want, right?
You love me.
Exactly. But when it comes to that, it could be an ego thing. If you've had a lot of lovers, while a lot of people it can be polyamorous. I want you for myself. I don't want to share because I want to be enough for one person, and I want that one person to be enough for me. So we're not polyamorous type. When it comes to bodies, when you're young, how many bodies you got, dog? To show that you're an upper echelon. You're like an alpha male, you're top dog. You're getting that, what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you get older and you ask how many bodies, if you ask that question, it's like, am I secure enough in what I'm putting down to not ask that question? Right. If she smells good and she takes care of herself and her panties don't have green and yellow goo in it, which is what I told my son to look out for, she looks like she's taking care of herself. She's a good girl type. You know what I'm saying? You still got to be careful, but you're not asking her how many bodies. But for the fast, wild girls, what you asking them how many bodies for?
In general, when you ask how many bodies, at first we just start to identify, like, when you a young kid, listen, let me say this. The reason why we ask how many bodies you got is because when we was young, and if you was a freshman in high school, you just in high school, and you got 5 bodies, that means you're fast. You out here fucking. You get what I'm trying to say? So I know I couldn't make you my girlfriend, because I know you got 5 bodies right now, girl. I know you a little hot thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Burning cooch. I can't mess with that. You get what I'm trying to say? But as we get older, start to realize, like, honestly, bro, if I'm, nigga, you told me you 20 years old and you only had sex one time your entire high school life. You get what I'm trying to say?
But that's okay too.
No, that's fine. But I'm just saying in general.
Right.
I wouldn't want to mess with nobody with no experience. I'm getting trying to say.
Which
I
is
wouldn't
true.
want to mess with nobody with like 100,000 bodies.
Hey.
But honestly, it doesn't really matter to
Pause,
me.
if you don't mind. This is why I taught you to have fun with your first experiences, because the offering yourself rate is so high. Mm-hmm. I said I want you to be careful with safe girls, but have fun, have experiences. I don't want your first piece of tail to take your mind, and now you stuck on this one girl. Get the little fast girls who are showing you that they DTF, and they come with their damn almost their own condoms, like the one situation you told me about. Use your own though. You know. However, you know, be careful, because you don't want a baby with a girl who got a bad attitude with her family. With you, she'll instantly feel like, well, I ain't gotta do nothing. You better do all the things. No, you want a partner. You want to trust and be able to love on your girl and not have to worry about who she used to be with. If she trying to get attention from these niggas, why you got to put that type of shit on to get attention from other guys? Because not because you're insecure, just dating. Not because you're insecure, but because I don't want to be challenged by no other man when I'm just trying to take my girl out for a nice date. I don't tell you what to do. I'm not controlling, babe. I just don't want to be challenged by other niggas. No, I'm not finna fight for you. Especially when you need that kind of attention. And I don't want no girl where I can't see my grandbabies. Because she tripping.
Honestly.
Like, I didn't do that to your dad.
Yeah, and also, too, you can start to tell those signs at the early stage. Like,
yeah.
A lot of niggas don't know this, but when you have a girl, you
pay
can
attention to red flags, which answers your question.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, when they start throwing out, throwing out their insecurities, you finna be like this forever with them. Proving yourself, proving your worth. I teach you to go 50-50. But you tell me, if that's my girl, I'm taking care of her, that's my wife. Now I'm paying all the bills.
Right, yeah,
on your own. But I teach him 50-50, which is okay to have. But my son on his own says...
No, I understand 50-50, but I just always naturally been the type of, I'm going to take care of it type of...
And I never stop my son or tell him, no, you better. No, these are... I'm not going to stop the type of man God is creating you to be.
Because
you know what I mean?
I like 50-50. But in general, I'm just type of dude to, like, I handle it. You get what I'm trying to say? For example, like I said this before, if I happen to have a girl and...
So while dating, these are the things you look for to make sure these women are deserving of the type of man God is making you to be. The bill payer, the go to work every day, don't hate your job. Like, take good care of your mom. You respect your mom, even though I overtalk you.
Yeah, when you start dating a girl, she can be demasculated. And people don't understand that. When you start off dating a girl, for example, you go out to, like, it starts small. That's what you gotta start to realize. These little stuff small, like, when you finna, for example, you go out with your homeboys and some dude doing something, and then they're like, oh, why don't you tell your boyfriend? Like, my boyfriend ain't gonna do shit. You get what I'm trying to say?
You already don't. You don't
give me opportunity.
And you make the other niggas
out.
Feel like your man ain't shit.
And also, too, but you have to realize, they also put you in a certain position to test you. For example, a girl could walk in, keep popping, and keep talking to the security guard at the club. You trying to tell a girl, hey, calm down. I'm not trying to tell you to calm down because I'm scared. I'm trying to tell you to calm down because I know I'm going to have to act out. I know you my female, and I know the other people that we with around, I got to act a certain type of way. I got to be, you feel me? I got to snatch you up, grab you around, like, this my girl right here, nigga. Y'all ain't this and that. Be the super nigga. You get what I'm trying to say?
And our women ain't going to make you have to act like that or prove your masculinity, put you in an uncomfortable or unsafe situation. Because women... they always talking shit about men, but I teach you the real about women. Everybody ain't like your mama. Mm-hmm. I've lived 7 of my 9 lives, and it's like, what I don't want is like, I never demasculate any guy I'm dating. I don't want you to be challenged. A woman is supposed to make a man soft. Like, if you have a daughter, she gonna make you a little soft. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. However, your woman ain't supposed to challenge your manhood. She's supposed to like a woman wants to be in her soft era and let your man be the man he is, you chose that man. Why are you trying to change and manipulate him? And why does he have to fight so hard to prove he's a fucking man? He's a man, right? And let him be beautiful and sexy when you go out. But notice who she acting like when y'all go out and she put that shit on. Because she don't want to put that shit on, right? But when y'all are out, how she make you feel? Like she all for you, or is she trying to get attention from other niggas? And you can't be free to just, you want her to be your best friend, matching Jordans, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know she got your back. You know? She ain't tripping and another girl look at you, she gonna be like, my baby fine, ain't he? And y'all for each other, right? Or like, you know, your girl out with you and you see other niggas looking at your girl, but you know that she ain't gonna play that shit because she about you. You can look and be like, quit being so fine and look away because that baby going home with you. That's why I don't ever want my man to be challenged. I want him to want to take me out and present me as something beautiful. But at home, I want to keep my house clean and cook and look pretty for him and not be a man acting. And, you know, I'm a feminine woman. And it's okay to be that. I'm strong too, but because I'm physically strong. You know, and I'm strong in what I need to do because God made me that way because I want to raise a strong son. And everything that I've been through shaped me to be who I am and how I am. And I choose not to place blame, but to work through my shit. I noticed things in me, quick to anger, used to give knee-jerk reactions, used to be so pissed off at stuff, used to have so much anger in me, and I didn't like the results I was getting, so I started changing stuff. I started changing me. I became softer. I didn't need my anxiety medicines, my Xanax no more. You know, all I do is smoke and drink, you know, but I don't be drunk. I sip Crown all day, okay, and I smoke, okay, big deal. You know, but I've never been to where I couldn't take care of you or I made you feel unwanted. I want that in a relationship for you. I want your woman to, you know, to have to be clean in body and in house. And I want your woman to cook for, just like you and your siblings, honestly, you know, y'all were talking about.
But honestly, I mean, that's, oh yeah. I know. Like, when
y'all listen real quick, I go pour me some juice. Keep talking, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, for example, with Naya, when I was talking about how, about cooking, you know.
Tell who Naya is.
That's my sister, but that's my older sister. We were talking about cooking and how basically she was like, oh, you should learn how to cook. And I was like, nah, I don't want to learn how to cook. I want to get me a girl that's going to cook for me. And then she was like, well, you feel me? You ain't going to always have a girl that's going to be cooking for you. You should learn to cook by yourself. And I get what she's saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm not always going to have somebody cooking for me. I was starting to be responsible by myself learning how to cook. But that's the type of girl that I'm going to go for. You get what I'm trying to say? Like nowadays, you know what I'm saying? It's not like 1999 where people clean their house for you, cook for you, but that's what I'm gonna look for. So you feel me? That's my deciding factor if you fit to be my girl or not. Do you clean up the house like your mama?
And
like
you know what
mama.
else? I didn't make it a big deal. Like I go to work like 2 days out the week to FedEx, right? Good morning. So a few days out the week I go to FedEx. Like I said, so I can have a little money. Then I come home. You know what I'm saying? I make you a little breakfast, which takes 10 minutes. Women can do this for their husbands. When I get off work, when I'm done, I go to the store, whip up a meal, which I put on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok all the time. It's Wendy's World everywhere. And that take me 30 minutes. But what I've done for that day leaves a long impact. I never mind. You know, just like this one guy I was going to date when you were younger. You came out of the room to ask me to fix you something to eat. And he was like, he going to keep coming out the room? I grabbed his keys. And I opened the door and I said, well, it's been nice having you over. And he was like, what do you mean? Uh-huh. I said, I'm really sorry that you couldn't have stayed long. It was really nice to get to know you. I'm this nigga mama. I choose how I want to be. A woman chooses how she wants to be in her relationships. A man chooses how he wants to be in relationships. The red flags is if they're so negative. They're not positive. They're not uplifting. Damn, can you read me? You ain't got to read a book, but can you tell me a positive quote? Can you give me some motivation when I don't feel motivated myself? And I poured into you as your mom and raising you up. And because sometimes I need a little motivation. I need a hug. I need pouring into, you know. And as I pour into you, you have poured into me something else. You have healed me so much being your mother. You have loved me unconditionally. You told me, Mom, Mom, you're doing a little bit too much with that. And I'm like, you think so? But I care enough to want to know. You're not telling me, Mom, that's not good, or Mom, why would you do this? No. I want to see what I'm looking like, how I'm representing myself to you. You know, I like that you don't mind your friends coming around me, or that your friends don't mind asking me a couple of questions. And you allow them, which means I gave you a safe place to trust what I'm going to say. You know? Just like I don't date abusive people, or I don't drink drive, because I want to be alive to physically be your mom. The only person to take me away is the Lord. Look for someone who you want to laugh with. You ask me to watch these movies all the time and, you know, go places. And that's because you like my character, my personality. It ain't because you going with your mom. You be like, hey. Sometimes you be like, hey, fool. I was like, what's up, fool? I've already built the respect. And I ain't your little friend. No, we're big friends now. You know? Yeah. I like the type of person that you are.
Relationship with parents, you know what I'm saying?
That's important.
A lot of people don't understand. People like, oh, now I'm a kid. I want a good relationship with my kid. And what you got to realize is like, to have a good relationship with your kid is really more.
I was going to say, speak up a little bit.
To have a good relationship with your kid, more or less, it's like a balance, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta like have a safe space where y'all could be cool and fun, but still know how to like be respectful. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's something like, you feel me? Not a lot of people. I started to learn that my friends don't got a lot of that like in between. You know, either they treat you like you could treat your parent or an adult like a friend. That's cool and all, but don't just start asking them the same question you ask somebody else. Like if you was if you was a random adult, I didn't know you, and I started treating my friend. I want to ask you like, hey, she look good? She look bad? Maybe should I go date her? Honestly, I want to ask them questions like that. But I would keep it cool, like, keep it playful in the scenario that we in. So, example, let's say we was in school and you was my older teacher.
Okay.
You was my teacher, and I thought you was cool. I never asked you, did this girl look nice and stuff like that? But when it came to homework and shit like that, I would not play with you like, man, you know I don't want to do this. Why is you making me do this? Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Like you one of my little friends.
You respect the boundaries.
Exactly. I never treat you like an actual one of my little friends. Into the sense of like when it comes to you tell me to do my homework, you feel me? There's certain places for certain things. I wouldn't be like, dang, can you got my nuts? Like you feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't like out the blue disrespect you like that because I'm like, oh yeah, you is still my teacher and you in teacher mode now.
And just like when you asked me when you were 11, can you curse? And I said, as long as you don't say the F word and you don't cuss me out, because then we're gonna have problems. I'm gonna forget you're a kid. So because I don't want to forget you're a kid and feel disrespected, I don't mind you cursing when it's a curse word that needs to be said in use of a good word. If you can't think of a word to emplace that and you just want to go with the feeling behind it, go for it at home. But don't cuss around my mama.
No, exactly.
Don't cuss your aunties. Don't cuss your teachers. Don't cuss the police. Come home and cuss your ass off. Just cuss. And feel better. Have a safe place to give a release, which is also in a relationship. Can I really be myself? And we're going to start wrapping it up here, guys, but welcome to our very first video. That's cool. I like this, you know?
You got people who want to speak to my segments.
Hey, so I just want to...
Okay, that comes with the...
I just thank you, son, for... This is my son's idea, y'all. I'm like, I thank my son, you know?
Let's end the video with the YouTube video.
Okay, so Justice is going to insert something pretty cool. So hold up and watch this, y'all.
So I got this YouTube video, okay? It's about this boy named Blackboy Max, and basically he tried to, I guess he was going around giving out flyers or something. And I guess his IG model tried to put him on her YouTube, on her IG or something, try to, you know what I'm saying, shout him out, and she actually gave him a kiss. He said, no, thank you. And I guess she got mad afterwards and went to sue him.
Why? Because her ego got crushed?
So, all right, look.
Take a video, son.
I'm from America's Next Top Model, and I don't know who you are, but you're out here talking about black excellence.
Yes.
What are you promoting?
So I'm a streamer, you know. I also make music. I don't know if you know who Fred Again is and Skepta. I have a song nominated for a Grammy with them, Victory Lap.
Really?
Yes. And I am nominated for Streamer of the Year. Music Streamer, Best Stream Series, Best Stream Collab.
How do I support you?
Right here, support black business. What's your name?
Should I put you on my stories right
yes,
now?
Yes, you should.
Support your black business?
100%.
We're here with
Blackboy Max. Blackboy Max. Y'all know what time it is. All platforms.
all platforms. You
Make
gotta
sure
support
y'all
him.
vote. Oh, upside down. Make sure y'all vote. Vote. Exercise the right MLK fought for. Vote.
Period.
All platforms. Grammys and Streamer of the Year. Let's do it. Come on.
Okay, are you gonna
Yes.
give me a little smooch?
I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
You know what?
I can't. Love though. I'm out. Oh my God. What the fuck just happened?
And you guys were filming stuff obnoxiously with every single person who recognized him. I don't even know this guy. I literally am running an empire right now.
You know, well, I feel like at the moment, I feel like when she went up to him, she tried to thought he was like a random crackhead off the street or something, like a SoundCloud rapper or whatever. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, she's talking shit already. Like, why is she talking crap? Like, she asked him for a kiss, and he said no respectfully. Then she even said, I respect that. Mm-hmm. And that was the end of it. So what is she talking about? What is she having to say?
Exactly. That's the thing. She mad because he said no. He didn't want no kiss. And then so
he embarrassed her because she shouldn't have asked for no kiss.
Exactly.
On the chick, he don't know who you are. I'm 46. She came out, I want to say, when I was maybe in my 30s. He don't know who she is. He don't care. And sexual stuff, he got to be careful. He can get in trouble.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's an image you got to protect.
A good image, yeah.
And have no clue who I don't have X and don't even have the time to log in and sign up. So I walked up to you after his little outburst. He probably don't even date black women. But I said to you guys very clearly, please don't use that footage. And I don't know what collegiate level you guys are at, if you guys went to college or whatever. But I asked you not to use that footage. Not only did you use the footage, but out of everybody there, you talked to a lot of people. We heard you a mile away. That was the only footage that you used. And
you see, that's the thing.
So now his education is in question. Now you told him not to use the footage. Everything was peachy keen until you asked the kid for a kiss and he said no. Now you're defaming him.
You see, and that's the thing. She said, "Oh, I asked you, please don't use the footage." That's what I was talking about. That's why I tried to tell you. That shit was live streamed on live.
And you wanted to put him on your story.
You can't not use the footage.
And she said, I respect that when he said no to declining.
She didn't even say that. He walked off.
No, but I'm saying, not that we're going to play it back, but when she said respect that, when he said, no, I can't do that, respect, she goes, no, I respect that. So
I verbally told you not to use it. I have so many things going on right now that I don't have time to take you to court, but I dare you. I dare you to try me, because now you are taking up my time. This 3 minutes that it's taken to post this, I could have been making money. So your new fame, his Instagram, I don't even know who gave him the idea. Do you know the connotation behind the word plaque? And I don't know if this is maybe a different kind of plaque that you're talking about. Maybe it's a different one. But the first thing I thought of, because I don't think he has any real plaques, was plaque on your teeth, okay? You maybe want to understand the connotation and the vibration that certain words carry through society. I don't give a damn about who you think you are or any of your followers. But he walked away from me so disrespectfully. And it doesn't matter about America's Next Top Model. You don't ever depart from a real woman in that nature. Ever. You played yourself. And good luck with that Grammy. Good luck. I really genuinely hope you get it. Because that's probably going to be the height of everything that you get. But that's not none of my business. It's between you and God.
Okay, no. What you're doing is between you and God. That was malicious. That was ugly. That was downright wrong. That was disrespectful. He could sue you for defamation of character. How dare you be so bitter after being embarrassed with your ego, and you're going to tell this man, this young man, who came to you respectfully, and you were excited until he did not want your little stanky old lady kiss.
That's the thing. She tried to play with him like he was like some stranger, also ran him off the street. And then so when that happened, she tried to get defensive and try to save her image.
So I hope that Plaque Boy Max does very well in the runnings to get, what was he trying to get again?
I think he's trying to get
Emmy.
This was about like 2 weeks ago. It's kind of old.
But it doesn't matter. It's
still happening though.
And it still sucks. You know, it's like, why would you let your ego be so bruised You know what I mean? To where instead of uplifting him, you put yourself out there, embarrassingly so. And this is probably what she do in relationships too. She need too much attention. She had to say something to become relevant. No. The one girl that I love so much that's doing something, oh my God.
You can tell her ego when she first walked up. She was like, "Hi, I'm America's Next Top Model." Right off the bat. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Anyway.
Like, if you was that well known, you wouldn't have to introduce yourself, probably.
Exactly. Why would you go on there looking like somebody so malicious, looking like the villain, when you could really be doing something good with your platform? Anyway, that's everything, son?
That's everything.
Well, you guys, thank you for watching our first segment of Hey Mama. This is my son, Justice, and I'm Wendy, and we'll see you on the next video.